Setting up Google Search Console, is it difficult, and what's the process in doing so?
It's pretty easy to set up Google Search Console. You don't need a lot to set it up. Essentially, there's two options. You'll just have to choose the property type, so either domain or URL prefix to set this up. Each one has its own requirements for verifying it, but it only takes a matter of minutes once you're in the back end of your site to be able to set up that verification in Google Search Console. And then from there, it takes up to 48 hours for you to see some metrics within the Google Search Console dashboard. The earlier you set it up to, the more data you may see over time, depending on the property type that you set it up with.
Yep. Yeah, that's a really good tip. Anyone who has a website or building one, day one or week one, set up Google Search Console, because from that moment and onwards, you're going to collect a lot of really good data. And as Jill mentioned, pretty straightforward to set up. Just have a Google account and go to Google Search Console and follow the steps and pick between domain or the URL prefix. Anything else on setting up?
And one more thing for setting up is that there are some instances where you can have multiple Google Search Console dashboards set up. This comes up in a few different ways. So sometimes you'll see a business that has had their Google Search Console set up by someone who no longer works for the company. If you set it up through a domain property type, you'll be able to find any hidden Google Search Console dashboards that you might not know about. You'll be able to see the users and permissions in there, and you'll be able to even remove properties if you need to. You can also set them up intentionally. So if you want to see total website organic performance, you may set up the domain property type Google Search Console dashboard, but you may also want to see just organic performance for a specific subdomain. So that's when you'd set up a separate Google Search Console dashboard. They won't impact each other. You can actually use them interchangeably, and they won't interfere with any of the data between them.